Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today, what we're going to do, we are going to figure out, if possible, how to get an SAS drive to work in a Windows machine.
Technology Bob, yeah, that's his name. Teaching DIY is his favorite game.
I bought a couple SAS drives. Refurbished SAS drive, 2 terabytes for roughly $14 on Amazon. All right. In today's world, if you can save some money, it's always great, right? But the thing is with SAS drive is it is actually just a SCSI drive from an old server, right? Well, let me step back a little bit. SATA. What is a SATA drive? A Serial Advanced Technology Attachment. All right. It's newer technology. It's actually slower than the old server type drives. And I don't really want to get into a lot of the details here, which please somebody comment down below what the actual specs are so people know. But the SAS drive is a serial attached SCSI drive. So it's actually faster. You can transfer more media and whatnot. But the point of this video is that, okay, let's say you're on Amazon and you need some storage. And you want something a little faster, and you found a refurbished SAS drive or something like that for a few bucks. Now, will a SAS drive work in a regular Windows system? That all depends. That all depends on the system. Now, you can put an SAS drive in a Windows machine, and sometimes some of it will work. There is machines out there that will recognize it, but most of the time, no. So don't buy an adapter unless you know for sure, because they do sell adapters. They sell adapters that will. In fact, I think I have one here. Because I did have a system that did have, and I'll go find that in a second. Yeah, they do sell these. These are adapters. This will plug into a SATA and go directly to it's SAS to SATA. All right. But unless your system your controller will recognize the SAS, it's just a waste of money. They're only a couple bucks, so it's not like you're wasting a bunch of money, but you're more frustration than anything. Trust me, I know. I done it. That's how I know. I didn't recently, but I done it before. But what we're going to do, we are going to tear this computer down. We are going to put a controller card in. SAS controller card. All right. This $10, $12, $12 on Amazon. All right. SAS. This is a cables. The drives did not come with cables, of course they don't. That will plug into the card. All right, and the power supply is SATA power supply that comes out. So let's get that done. Let's just do that. All right, and I turned some lights on too. I'm not the best at that, but I know that if I don't have them on, sometimes there's darkness in these videos. Not very good. So Okay, let's look here. All right, this one. All right, I'm not sure. We may have to pull the graphics card out of this to test this out, which I'm okay with that. Because I think it's the same. I think I only have one slot in there. Yeah. The PCI is all I have. So what we got to do here? Let's pull the graphics card out. And let's see, does this have a built-in graphics card? I think we do. We have a VGA, so we're good. We'll be able to get these drives running. Now we may have to I should have checked. This may be the one that actually recognizes the drive. Can't remember which one it is. Can't remember which computer. This thing. All right, that card's out. Yeah, and there is only one. I guess I should have got a mini PSI or PCI. I mean, I should have just got a PCI instead of PCI X16. Then we would have had extra there. This may. I don't think this is the right board. Oh, okay. So let's get you here. A lot of times cards and stuff will come with the short version for the smaller footprint stuff, and hence this one does too. So we will have to redo this. Let me look here. This comes with the shorter piece here. We need the longer one. Little screw here. And always work, and I've said this a few times, work with a magnetic screwdriver. It doesn't always help you, but most of the time it does. It'll hold the screw for you like this, and you're able to just put it in there. They sell, this one has a magnetic tip on it. All right, so the card is in there. The card is in there. Oh, you don't see it. I didn't. All right, the card is in there. I don't think I need to do that again. Well, maybe, huh? We are going to put the cable on there. This cable will plug right in the back. It's supposed to plug right in the back of the card, and which it did. All right. So we have all these connectors here. We're going to go off of one to begin with. You know what we should have done before I did all this? Should have made sure this computer comes up, right? Oh well, you know. All right, this will plug right into this, right? But we got to have power. We got to have power. And let's see if we have any SATA connectors, and we do not. So I have to go get a thing. This little cord here, this will give me 2. So we're gonna plug this in. Hopefully we're gonna plug it in. Sometimes these things are something. I don't know why sometimes they have a problem. They always have. Right over there. And see that one. So this drive now is hooked up. I'm gonna set this down in here. I'm gonna go over here and we're gonna get a monitor set up, plug in the computer, the monitor set up. I'm hoping that everybody can see everything. If you haven't checked out the other video with the SGI and the Ultra 5, do that. SGI didn't come out the way I wanted it to. But, you know, things don't always work the way you want them to, right? I wish they did, but they don't. We're gonna plug this in here. Oh, we gotta get a keyboard too. Got to get a keyboard and a mouse. I got one sitting here. Let's use this one. We have a keyboard and we got a mice. All right. We plug these in. And plug them in. I seen a funny cartoon the other day where plugging a USB is funny, you know, because USBs, you know, you always plug them in and then you flip it over and plug it in, then you flip it back the way it was, right? That's kind of funny because it's true. I turned on the monitor. The computer already has power to it. So let's see what we got here. Got the monitor there. Let's hit the power button. All right. Hopefully this comes up, boots, everything's good. You know, when I run my shop, I get service calls all the time about people not plugging stuff in. Look at this. How's that monitor gonna work without this? Well, it's actually seeing the drive. But it's trying to boot off it versus the actual SATA drive. Oh, now it's going. We may have to get into site. I don't know. Let's see what happens. One of the word of advice with it used to be back in Windows 3.1 and DOS and all these other OSs, if something started happening, a lot of times you have to get in and you have to configure it. With a lot of the newer Windows type stuff, a lot of it will fix itself. You may not like the way the settings go, and you may have to go and readjust them, but a lot of it will fix itself. We're going to see if this comes up, then we're going to see if we can find the drive. And this is really just a short video here. Something I want to get out of the way. I want to get both drives in there actually. So we'll put the one in, and then we'll put the second one in. We should end up with 3 drives in there, a SATA and 2 SAS drives. So we could actually run a RAD on this. A RAID or whatever, RAD, whatever you want to call it. Back up. Let's see what we got here. It is not. Okay, let's. I actually had the camera shut off for quite a long time. What I had to do is that I actually had to go and configure a virtual drive inside of this the SCSI connector. Wasn't fun. Because there are no directions or anything anywhere. But we have the drive now. I have one of them. I just plugged the other one in and see if it was actually a computer. And I have a drive E. So if we look at properties, it's almost 2 terabytes. I think what I'll do is here is I am going to plug in the other drive. I'm going to walk through what I had to do of the virtual settings. Hopefully. Things don't always work sometimes. Drives plugged in to that controller there. All right. So let's make sure that they don't show up now. I don't think it will. It could. This is when you deal with servers all the time. Sometimes you don't know exactly, and this is an old. If you don't know, on Windows is disk management mt.msc and you can run this. I always run it as administrator. All right, and of course the other drive I plugged in doesn't show up. CD-ROM, and we only have one there. So what we're going to do is we are going to reboot, restart, and I think we'll get to a point in here. It's going to take a minute to where it'll be, we do a Control H and get into the software and see what it does. You know, I'm having problems getting back into the RAD type setup. So I'm actually going to go back into the BIOS and hopefully, oh, there it is, Control H. Oh, it's taking me into BIOS. But that's okay. We're going to turn the visualization off. One of the things that I had to do to get it to work, visualization, we were going to turn this off. And a lot of the newer BIOS, the CMOS or whatever you want to call it, will probably take care of this. I don't know. I just, so F10, save and exit. Let's see if we can't get into, now get an error. That didn't help. What I had to do is I actually had to unplug the boot drive on this. So we're going to go here, start. Okay, this slot 1 is what we want to do. So we want to go into configuration wizard, all right, add to configuration, all right, manual configuration, all right, slot 1, add to array, okay, accept, all right. Next, okay. It says to add array span, add to span. All right. Next, okay. Drive group, we want, I think it's 1.8. We're just going to hit. We're going to do 2. It's going to give. It should come back with our size, update size. Let's see. All right, there you go. It updated the size for us. All right, and we want to accept. Right through, yes. All right, so we got 2 virtual drives. All right, and hit next. Accept. Save the configuration, yes. All right. We didn't have any data on them. So we want to, you want to do this, you don't want to write data, I guess. So what we're going to do now is we are going to, we have 2 virtual drives here. I think this will work. I don't know. I am hoping. Home. Exit. Okay. I'm not real sure. So it says reboot system. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to replug this drive in that I unplugged. All right. We're going to go into the BIOS and going to re-enable the virtual. All right. And to do that, we're going to hit the delete key. It says prepare to enter setup. This should come back with hey, I have to. This should come back with having to hit Control H. Yeah. So Control H. That will take me into the BIOS. It'd be advanced, I think, and we want to enable this. All right. F10 to save. Yes. Enter. Now it should boot to Windows. Let's get it. Might stop partway through, but it should boot onto Windows. And then we will go into disk management and see if both drives show up. Cross your fingers. My simple recommendation on this is not to do this unless you really like playing with computers. Well, I guess now that I know what to do, it's not that big a deal. I mean, before I've just like on servers, I just plugged them in, they work. So I guess a little different, right? Gonna load the operating system now. Kind of quiet, huh? Me time. Me time, me time, me time. Extra, extra, extra. I give a lot of these computers weird names, I guess. I have a lot of computers around here. I have lots of computers. Sometimes, and I've gotten rid of a lot of them. All right. So this is really a slow PC. If you're wondering why I have two mice down here, is that the BIOS or the CMOS, or when it's booting up, does not recognize the USB. So I had to go get an old one. So okay, so let's get here. Then you give me the option now to run as a admin, so we'll just go into it. Oh yeah, okay, we'll run as admin. I'm hoping that we see both drives now. We do. So the disk right here, we have to enter a master boot record. All right, hit OK. All right, and then it'll actually see the drive. Well, it sees it. It's unallocated. So we can new simple volume. We're going to run the wizard. It's just easier that way. Next. Assign F to it. That's fine. All right. Format NTFS. That's fine. Volume label. This new volume's fine. Finish. All right. As soon as this is done, we will have, and we have right there, we have E and F. So we have two drives now. We have more than two, I guess. We have, we now have C, E, and F, and we can create stuff on these. So new, we'll just do a folder and enter. Right. So we can put stuff over there. We can do things. whatnot. So basically, long story short, all right, if these drives, the SAS drives, are faster and they write better, whatnot, they're SCSI drives, they work great. However, getting them to run on a Windows machine, and this is, by the way, is Windows 10, which it has to be. I may have this back on the channel. Support for Windows 10 goes away October 15th, I think. We'll force Windows 11 on here, which I got a couple that I need to do that to. This does not have. I don't think it'll take Windows 11 without doing the force. I mean, I probably would not do, unless you like playing with this stuff. If you like playing with this stuff, this is a heck of an option. I mean, it's cheap drives. I could actually buy a whole bunch more of these. I can get two more SCSI drives on here, just on this. Then I have another one there. So, I mean, you could have a really good backup system with RAD controllers and whatnots on Windows, in which I may end up doing that. I may end up making because I think this is cheaper to run than my server in there. So I may end up taking one of my older machines, probably not this one. This one's not as fast as some other ones I have, and turn it into a backup machine or something, a file server or something like that. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed today. I know we went around a long way. I mean, I really was. I was not filming for about an hour and a half trying to figure out what to do, because it's like I didn't realize that I had to go into the boot options to set it up with the virtual drive, and there may be another way around it, but the only driver that I actually found for that, SCADA. I mean, let me see here. Hey, how you doing? Well, the only driver that I actually found for that card was for a Windows 8 back 2013. It doesn't really work well with Windows 10. In fact, it didn't work at all. So, I mean, there might be a driver out there. There might be a better card out there. I mean, again, I was going after cheap. Honestly, I was going after cheap. But again, I actually, if you think about it, I have 4 terabytes of storage on 2 different. I can set up a RAD. It's really, in the ballpark of $35 for 4 terabytes, which ain't bad. So it did take me extra work. Anyhow, I really do hope you enjoyed. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Until next time, thank you.